This podcast is rated NC-17. Hello, listeners. Thank you for tuning in to this 5th episode of the podcast. Uh, as I said last time, this is an all-anime week. So today we have with us Eva Long.
Hello.
Sam.
Eva Long, you forever. I knew you were going to use it sometime soon. I didn't think it was this soon.
I do it for the lulz.
No, don't do it. Smiley will come.
Anyway.
And Jose.
Hey, what's up, guys?
And then
Juicy and the Pussycats. It's not like I've heard that one before.
Mm-hmm. And then back again we have Jay.
Hello.
And Bree once again is not with us.
Oh, damn
Yeah.
it. We need our squat back.
Yeah, she's not gonna be here.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Okay. So topics today are topics are Sword Art Online season 1 and what we have of season 2.
Spoilers.
From anime to live action, so this one should be a very interesting topic.
Yeah, and those are the two topics we
I
have
was
today.
say, I'm like, Sword Art Online didn't go live action, then you're like,
No,
oh wait,
no,
that's
no,
the next
no.
subject.
Yeah, so those are the two topics we have today. I know Sam hates with a passion Sword Art Online Volume 2. She just...
that was glass, I would have shattered it.
Yeah.
Or a Mikey would have dropped.
I really liked the Sword Art Online series. The second one definitely isn't as good as the first, but it does have its story, its moments. It's definitely.
Are you talking about Volume 2?
Volume 2.
Okay.
Cause
yeah, because for the longest time I thought that was just like the second season, then everybody was like, no, it's Volume 2.
It's the second story
season.
arc.
I'm like, it's still shit, okay?
What's Sword Art Online?
Sword Art Online. Okay, fine.
Okay, Sword Art Online is an MMORPG style of game that's set in.
Do you understand what an MMORPG is?
No, I'm an it. Yes, I know. Like, I just don't that much anime, but you know,
I'm explaining things.
She's explaining things.
Okay, so it's an MMORPG that's set in the future. I think it was like 2020 or 2025.
Let's see. Yes,
2020. Yeah, 2020.
2020.
Anyway,
somewhere in 2020s.
Somewhere in the 2020s. And so there's something called nerve gear, and what you do is you put on this helmet, and it basically submerges your body into the game, where you submerges your mind into the game, where it's like it feels real.
Oh, like David Cronenberg's existence. Okay.
Sure.
Oh.
Whatever.
Really?
So anyway, there's this new game called Sword Art Online, and it's come out, and I think they only let 2,000 people.
Tens of thousands of people.
Like Spike Kids 3.
Okay. You mean the beta testers?
Okay, yeah, there's the beta testers,
I think
and they were
2,000.
2,000 of them, and then later on they opened it up for everybody, and there was 20,000 or something like that. But anyway, so the creator of it, the release day, he gathers everybody into this big hall, and he's like, as you've noticed, the logout button's been disabled. Point basically, you die in the game, you die in real life.
Like
So
Spike Kids.
if anybody tries to force your helmet off in the real world, guess what? You die.
Like game.
That's it. Finito. Done.
Yeah.
So
So
now that
I love the abridged
Yeah,
one.
'cause
The abridged one is so fun.
I'm pretty sure what makes this anime.
You watch a lot of abridged stuff.
I do. I love
really
abridged
do.
series. I
What
think they're funny.
what makes this anime popular? Because I know it's pretty popular among some people, and it's highly critically acclaimed. I must say. Is it?
Yeah.
Pretty sure what makes it that critically acclaimed is the characters and the actual pacing of the story. Because of what I've heard, like I just said, there's examples of this being done before. So my question here is, what makes it good, in your opinion?
I like the sense of it's so it's one of those things where it's like
there's
say
stakes in the game.
Yeah, it's one of those where it's like it's now instead of being a game, it's now life or death.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
It's a survival
something
game.
I think is something they bring up in the show is that people become totally different people when in a virtual world. So, and they bring that up quite a few times, someone who's meek and quiet can excel and become a strong leader, or someone who thought they were badass in the real world ends up becoming a weak character.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, I'm sorry for bringing this back up again, but that happens in Spy Kids 3.
remember the bully kid in the game was really a nerdy guy at the end.
I never liked Spy Kids 3.
I never saw Spy Kids.
Yeah, and here's the thing.
Don't.
I know Sylvester Stallone.
You gotta remember they're much younger than us, so.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, my question here is,
We're the two older ones.
because what I want to know exactly what makes you like it, because again, what I'm hearing
I'm
is.
gonna tell you now. Compared to Spy Kids 3 again, I'm gonna stab you in the
It happens in existence also. It's because Spy Kids 3 is a bad movie.
It is horrible.
I'm telling you, it's a pretty bad movie. Rodriguez fucking, but it's.
He redeems himself with Machete though.
Machete.
But then he fucks it up again and Machete kills. But
I haven't seen that one.
but
Okay.
here's the thing with Spy Kids 3. It's same plot so far and same points happen. So why do you like this?
I'm gonna stab you. I swear.
No, like it's
I have a knife.
legitimately,
Josh, do you want to take over?
Because I haven't seen it.
Sure. Okay. So let's see. For me, well, the thing you have to understand with most animes is that they have a lot of feels in them, a lot of drama. So.
And that's what I wanted to know, because like I said earlier, this is probably why this excels at what it does. The characters and their pacing, their plot.
Yeah, first time I watched this, I went through it pretty quick. The feels really didn't get to me until like the ending of the movie, not the movie, of the TV show. It was like, whoa,
Really?
that actually, yeah, kinda.
I had the feels like within like the first couple of episodes.
Who are these characters? Yeah,
Kirito.
like let me know, because I.
Kirito is the main guy, and when you follow him, he goes along with a badass named Asuna until they fucking destroy her ass character up in Volume 2. I hate Volume 2. I hate it.
Okay, there are legitimate reasons that it is worse than Volume 1, and then there are legitimate reasons that it's...
His sister keeps trying to bang him. Why is that a thing? I'm sorry. All of a sudden, they're cousins. Sorry. Cousins don't bang. I don't care if that's a thing in Japan.
We're in Texas. The cousins do bang.
Okay.
Off
Way
topic.
to piss off a state.
Anyone who votes Jose out of the podcast, raise your hand. Bye.
Call me in a bit.
So everyone except for Jose just raise their hand, just to make that up.
Wait, is he actually
Paint a
leaving?
picture there.
He actually did leave.
You did leave. I don't.
We were joking. We were joking.
Your butt back here.
Oh, jeez. Okay, fine. So we're actually doing that. Okay. Yeah. Whatever.
Anyway, now that he can stop comparing it to Spy Kids.
I don't think this comparison can actually really work without him anymore. Jose, come back.
Damn it!
Well,
This is my plan all along.
I zoned out when you guys were talking about Sword Art, and then you said Spy Kids, and I'm
Anyway,
like,
so I'll just say why I hate season 2 so much. Okay, so the threat's not there anymore. The threat of if you die in the game, and stuff like that. And the whole cousin sister shit just pissed me off. I was like, really, you couldn't just get the neighbor? The neighbor couldn't have a girl or something. And then also, like, they took such a strong character like Asuna, and then they completely destroyed her character in the second one and almost had her get tentacle raped.
Yeah.
So that's my feeling on it. But so far with this second season, I am enjoying it.
The second
but
season
it's starting to
pretty
feel
good.
like a harem if that one girl starts falling for him. I mean, like, I know they had like a harem in like the first season.
That's what I was gonna say. Honestly,
Yeah.
I am completely opposite to you guys. I can't stand Sword Art Online.
Honestly,
I can't.
let me say this. I love the first 4 episodes before he starts meeting all those girls.
They were decent, yes.
Yeah. If it was like, if you take all those other,
Welcome back.
well, hello, Jose.
You don't know dick.
That's her line.
Hey, dicks.
That's my line.
Anyway, so
Focus.
yeah, like if you take out all those like harem episodes with so many girls like
Wait,
flying over,
what? Harem?
Yeah.
debauchery.
This is what you get for leaving in the middle of the podcast.
Basically, one of the reasons that it's one of
But
the
she
reasons
doesn't like
I
Sword.
don't like Sword Art Online is it's basically a harem anime.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
Yeah, and
Is that in your Spy Kids 3 movie?
honestly,
Yes.
it's
Only with
oh my
guys.
God.
But yeah, so yeah, no, I completely agree. Like I did not. not care for those episodes at all. Like if you take away the harem episodes, then yeah, it's a really good anime. But that's why I like the abridged version.
Yeah. I still can't
I
agree
like
with
that.
the really good
Okay,
anime part,
in the abridged version, they have like Asuna,
Right.
and she's like a total noob to MMOs and RPGs and stuff like that. And she's just like, I can't even open up the menu. And he's like, how have you survived? And it just cuts to her holding a bagel, and she's like, how do I eat you?
That was the bridge is pretty funny.
Oh yeah.
Jose is just going like, fight dog!
I love
Yeah,
ding!
come on.
And then like
No.
what's really fucking funny is like so when they defeat the first boss, Kirito gets the jacket and stuff like that, and basically becomes a really badass, and it's like, I'm gonna go fuck all you guys, I'm gonna go leave. So she's like, I want the jacket. You can't have the jacket. She's like, okay, then I want half the jacket. He's like, I can't just cut it in half. It's a bunch of ones and zeros. And she's like, give me all the ones. He's like, fuck you, I want the ones. And then she's like, all right, you can have the jacket. Just send me a trade request. All you have to do is open up your menu. And she's like, fuck you.
So the abridged is completely different from the anime?
Generally abridged are.
Yeah, like,
Yeah, I mean, like,
when I think
really are just like shorter and more comedy.
Okay,
Yeah.
when I think
you've seen
abridged,
that-
I
you've
think
seen DBZ
people
abridged,
cutting
right?
and pasting here and there.
You've seen DBZ abridged,
Yeah,
right?
the abridged
What?
became.
I don't generally watch abridged.
Yeah, the abridged
should.
series became popular
Okay.
because of Little Karibo's
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, and
Yeah.
Little Karibo then got this group of people together to do the and then he turned into a guest for the Team 4-Star people.
Team 4-Star.
Started doing
We
Dragon Ball Z.
Team 3-Star.
I did the Dragon Ball Z abridged like in 2010, and I used to be on board, but then they stopped making episodes for like a year and a half.
Yeah, I love
didn't care.
Lenny Pator's Yu Yu Hakusho.
And then
He
there's
does all the voices himself in that series.
And then there was a Lanipator.
Lenny Pator.
Lanny Pator, who
Lanny
did
Pator.
Sailor Moon's abridged. That was her
yeah.
first series.
Oh,
And,
you mean Megumi? Megumi something. Yeah, I really I liked Sailor Moon Abridged. I don't like the first couple of episodes because the voices and the pacing are just really off. Like the voices get really whiny and stuff like that. But I do like it later on.
And,
It's
yeah,
pretty
they all
funny.
got together and they did
I have no
Naruto
friends.
abridged, and they did
This one's name
they
is
did all
Bloody
those
and this
ones.
one's name is Dagger.
I remember that. That was Sailor
Mars.
Sailor Mars, and then
Sailor Mars was my favorite one.
Sailor Moon, I know, can't even
What
split her hand.
Anyway.
What'd you say about my Sailor Jupiter? Huh?
Anyway, Sword Art Online.
I will defend Jupiter.
I
Anyways.
want this to be like, I want this next. How long are we gonna talk about Sword Art Online? However,
another
we take,
15 minutes.
Yeah,
Why?
however
You
we
bored
take
already?
credit. I want this to be. I want you to convince me to watch it.
Watch it.
Not.
Did you like Spy Kids 3?
No.
Well, you'll like Sword Art Online.
I actually didn't even.
Did
like
you
its
hate
existence.
Spy Kids 3?
Not really.
Then you'll like Sword Art Online.
Like I said, Stallone's in it and George Clooney's in it.
I highly recommend it. I think it's to me it's got very good pacing right up until the harem shit. The storyline's really good. Like it shows you like, or it makes you feel like what would happen if you got trapped into this world. Because they even talk about it. Like at one point, in one of the episodes, he's like, we need to get out of here. You know, like some people like, he's like, have you wondered what's happened to our bodies these past 2 years or something like that? They're trapped in this game for a long time.
For 2 years,
Yeah,
some years.
Yeah, and he's like, have you ever wondered what's happening to our bodies? You know, they're just withering away, you know. And some people have like completely like submerged themselves into this reality and be like, all right, this is the real world now. We're just gonna live here. I don't want to leave. And then there's other people that can't handle it, and they actually end up killing themselves. You know,
In the game?
Yeah, in the game. So like they'll jump off
cliffs,
and stuff like that, or they'll get themselves killed. And
Kind of like that Yu-Gi-Oh episode, remember?
I don't watch Yu-Gi-Oh.
Honestly, if
I
I was
haven't seen it in
one
so
of those
long.
idiots that tried to jump off the cliff just to get there faster.
Oh, yeah.
So that's how I would die.
I
like
definitely.
Tron.
So something I had asked, I forget if it was you guys or I asked people this in general, like if they made a Sword Art Online game, and it was like Nerve Gear technology, would you
in the
take
real
it?
world?
Would you play
In the
it?
real world?
Yeah, in the real world, would you play it?
Well,
I would.
I would
It
definitely
depends
play
on the game.
I would want to get really good at those games.
You'd
and then
want
go
to.
play
You'd
that. And
you
then, like, just
definitely
take
want
the
to be a
chance.
beta tester.
Yeah.
You
one of
definitely
those-
want to
'cause,
be
like, it depends on the
Kirito.
game, because if it's like Tron, fuck yeah, I'm gonna play that. But I don't even know how Sword Art
I
Online.
would actually have to say
Actually,
no.
actually,
It's kind of like World of I don't want to call it World of Warcraft, but kind of.
It has that feel, but also
like a
with
more fantasy-based Skyrim.
Yeah.
It's further along in technology.
But yeah,
like
with
some sci-fi
you're
stuff,
talking about Tron, more
okay.
like the depixelation is the only thing that it has in common with Tron.
Well, then.
And you can just skip Sword Online the movie because it's just sad.
Oh yeah,
I watched like the first 15 minutes.
Extra edition.
All it is the girls in bathing suits and then Kirito
it's
talking
just
about and having flashbacks from all the
usually
this makes me want to watch season 1.
Yeah, usually with one-off series, any movie is just going back to the TV show doing specific points, and like maybe the last 15-20 minutes is an original episode.
I loved Super S.
Oh
my god, I cried at that one because like with how like it really shows like like Sailor Moon and Sailor Chibimu's relationship where she is Rini but she's really is accepting Chibiusa as her daughter, like she's like, because like before it was just like, okay, this is Future's Me's daughter, this is their problem, I'm just watching her, but like in this one you really see, because like when Rini gets kidnapped, she goes, Mama, and like as she's like, and you're like, oh my god, did you see Sailor Moon? She's just like,
I could be sacrificing a goat right now and you wouldn't notice because of how into it you are.
Dude, we can see your hands. We know you're not sacrificing anything.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways,
sorry, I love that.
But yeah, so in season 1, volume 2, there are stakes, but it's not the stakes that we all want.
Bless you.
Goodness.
Sorry, guys.
What were you saying, Sam?
I was gonna say, does it need sauce? But no.
Oh no. Yeah, there are. No. There are sort of life stakes that are in the second volume, but they're not as dramatic as the first one. Because in the second one, it's more of a
you die, you die.
It's a race against time.
It's like, we're gonna have to eventually beat this game in order to get out of here. But the second one, it's just like, the second one is, that's the race against time one.
Yeah.
The second volume is, but it's so fucking stupid because it's like, oh, we're gonna marry this daughter off while she's still in a coma, and hope she be happy with this creepy motherfucker who's probably just gonna rape her in her sleep, And in the game too. But
your hair's so shiny.
Thank you.
Are you on weed?
No, like seriously, look at that.
It's
a joke. It's a joke to show how uninterested I am with this. Like, I'm sorry.
We're trying to convince him.
And you are not. Well, then you convince me. Why shouldn't I watch it?
Honestly,
Jeez.
while they say that the story is good, the characterizations to me are just weak. I don't like them at all. Everything's about Kirito. It's just Kirito. The other characters, aside from their relationship with Kirito, don't have much beyond that.
I really want to follow Ball's Deep 69.
I don't know who that is.
Klein. That's a joke. That's what his gamer tag is.
Alright.
So it's basically like a Superman book or a Superman movie. It's not about the world. It's about everybody doing things to Superman or
he does
reacting
seem kind
to
of Mary
Superman.
Sue-ish.
He is super Gary Sue-ish, honestly. That's why I just can't bring myself to
for
like
those of you
him.
that don't know, Mary Sue or Gary Sue is a term people use for when they make original characters and they overpower them. It's like, why the fuck do I need other characters if your characters just
where does that term come
or
from?
they're super cliche.
Where did that? I know. Like fan fiction writers use it all the time.
Yeah, they do it all the time.
So, and I guess there was just someone called Mary Sue or something. I don't know where it came from.
Yeah.
Google. Where did the term Mary Sue come from?
I don't know.
Yeah, there's some plot holes there, and honestly, it's just one big harem.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, why I don't like Superman at all.
Very.
Superman's cool.
Superman sucks.
Superman's okay, but
cool.
He can suck a fat donkey dick.
Okay.
I'll say this.
Sure,
I'll say this.
I'm looking up
You
there.
should.
Whatever. I like Superman. Fuck X-Men Evolution and Young Justice. What? Who said that?
What?
Get the fuck. Me and you hallway now.
Anyways, you should definitely at least watch the series once and then determine your own opinion on it.
Yeah, I mean, give it a try. If you like it, then...
Mary Sue is
Because
yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, I found the
The term Mary Sue comes from the name of a character created by Paula Smith in 1973 for her parody story, A Trekkie Tale.
Intercepted. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No. I mean,
twice in a row.
Hey.
I'm sorry.
Jeez.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Shut up,
No,
Jose.
and today,
Everyone's
I was just gonna go with the bottom thing of the origin. Today has changed from its original meaning,
So then anyway.
and now carries a generalized, although not universal, connotation of wish fulfillment. So basically, self-insertion of the author.
Yeah.
It makes him overpowered.
Yeah,
Oh,
overpowered.
like Batman's anarchy. Yeah.
Like basically every extremely
I mean,
muscle
as
video
much
game
as-
male character ever.
And you know what? Those are just
all those
such a
Marcus
big.
Phoenixes out there.
Yeah.
That's such a big turnoff for me. I
Yeah,
hate
it
that.
is.
I hate that in fans.
On,
Like, I read a
on,
lot of
on,
fan
on.
fiction, and I hate it when they do that.
Spin.
Yeah.
So that's why, so I write a lot of I don't write a lot of fan fiction, but everything I watch, like, I kind of make like a character for it, like.
Are we like talking about our feelings now?
Shut up! I'm still mad at you.
We're talking about our OCs.
Stop it.
We're talking about our OCs. So I make like a lot of OCs. Actually, I was just showing her. I have a couple of OCs right here that I like to do. Like, I don't make them overpowerful, because it's one of those where it's like, why the fuck do I need anybody else if they're just going to be overpowering,
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things where.
I I said, I really like that color scheme. It's pretty cool.
Oh, for Sphinx? Yeah.
Oh.
And then there's Sailor Earth.
Yeah.
Which I'm still
Sam is showing us characters.
Oh yeah, I'm showing my
OC
artwork.
characters.
Yeah. It'll be posted on Twitter later.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
With Nightwing, really?
Shut up! He's beautiful.
Oh,
By the way, I finally did watch Son of Batman and Attack on
Assault on Arkham.
Assault on Arkham.
Yeah, Dick Grayson's an asshole.
Anyways, so going with the second season, it's getting better, but it's not there yet. But it's getting better as it goes. It started off.
They need to hurry it up.
Yeah. I think they just wrecked all the females' characterization, just completely.
Yeah, I really did wish that they made Kirito a girl.
Yeah.
Like, now that
It was really, I really was shocked because I hadn't read the manga yet, but I'm going through it now because I thought that they actually turned him into a female avatar. I was like, whoa, did they actually did that? But then they
I think
had.
it would have been funnier if they did. We were just like.
Oh my gosh! I got boobies!
I need 5 minutes alone.
But then there was a scene. It was like, I'm checking himself. Oh, thank God!
Yeah. But it's weird because it's like, okay, so the girl character, I totally forget her name.
Yeah.
She's interesting, and I kind of like her backstory. It was one of those where it's like I thought Kirito wasn't going to be in it at all, so I do kind of like that he is bad. He's bringing a sword to a gunfight.
There's always that one.
Yeah. Which is pretty interesting. And then they're saying.
And they still make him OP.
Yeah. And what's interesting, the Laughing Coffin's back, so I thought that was interesting. If you don't know, the Laughing Coffin is a murderous group from the Sword Art Online. They were red players. They went around killing people just because they believed that the game, either they just went crazy, or some people believed that the game, them being trapped there wasn't a real thing. So
they would kill others just to make sure.
One thing I'm interested and upset about at the same time is that in this new second season, they actually tell us that there was a ton of stuff that was left out of the first volume.
They fought the Laughing Coffin,
they
fought
the Laughing
Coffin. It's like, wait a second, where the fuck was this shit?
There was a lot of story that could have been told in volume 1,
yeah,
and they could, they didn't need the second volume. They could have just had that entire first volume, the entire 2 years.
Yeah.
Jose wants to say something.
I have a big question. What happened to the guy that removed the log out button or whatever?
He quote unquote committed suicide.
And
they're still saying that he's copied his brain into the system. So
do we ever find out anything of the real world and how it's affected by this?
Yeah. Over 1,000 players had died with 2,000? Okay.
Something like that. It was a very high number.
Yeah,
it was
2,000 within the first month.
But is the story on the real world and the game world connect
Yeah,
it
because they
directly.
don't talk about the real world until like
Very
the last
much.
episode, and then they're just
That's
what they.
sad.
They don't talk about it too much.
Yeah, because that's probably is the most interesting side of this.
Yeah, because it's like,
like
that's why it also made or season 2 a little or like not as much interesting, because they don't talk about the civilian world. They don't talk about like how this. They talk about like how the kids were affected and how they're all going to.
Yeah,
They're all in a school together. They all go to rehab together and stuff like that. But it doesn't talk about like, but you know, in the second one, there's a new game. There's a new type of nerve gear,
and it's 1 year after Sword Art Online Volume 2.
And it's just like, why the fuck would they?
Yeah.
Why would they try and do that when
that's my
happen?
question, because like I said earlier, this story is very similar to Tron, to Existence, to Spy Kids, and the angle that hasn't been done in this story is that angle. It's oh dude, 1,000 players are inside of this game. Oh my god, they're stuck and they're dying. Well, I want to know what happens. What happened to the programmer who did this? What happened to the insurance guy, to the parents?
The programmer went into hiding, and but he copied like his consciousness into the game.
But I want the plot to be that. Like
what happens in the real world besides what's happening in the
game world.
It's gonna be a little sucky
because it's a weird comparison, because I'm gonna compare it to a comic book. There's a Warren Ellis's Planetary. It's a group of characters that get together, and you know how usually it's superhero versus bad guy, and you know fighting the bad guys and then winning. Planetary is about these 3 characters that get together, and instead of fighting the paranormal or fighting the aliens or anything, they research about it. And they're like, oh, there's this ghost in Hong Kong, let's go see it. And you see what's happening in Hong Kong with this one ghost, and how the city is acting towards it, how the criminals are acting towards it. And you have these 3 characters that basically work as cameras for us to see how the world is affected by such events. It's kind of like in Man of Steel, you know, that they had that whole sociological, religious, and economical angle of the hero. I would like to see that.
Have you seen Log Horizon?
Log Horizon? No, I don't think so.
Okay, well that's another MMORPG one.
I've
Sorry,
heard of
what?
Yeah, because
I got you on that one. So.
Yeah, because I always wanted to damage control. Like I always wanted to see a film.
Yeah, I'd rather
of the guy
see
that,
more of that.
I'd rather see the parents than the kids.
Yeah, there you go. Like I want to see the guy that pays for the building that gets destroyed by Superman. I want to see the insurance man trying to like live with his life. And that's the original angle in this story.
That sounds like a box office hit.
It'd be if it was comedy.
Actually, for most of them, I understand where you're
going. A damage control movie with Saga Galifianakis as the main guy. That'd be hilarious. Imagine like Iron Man's flying, like let's say building blows up and Saga Galifianakis is like, ah shit.
What?
Like I gotta fix this.
What did they? Oh my god, I'm trying to remember. I think it was a Spider, or it was the Amazing Spider-Man
in the
TV series?
Ultimate Spider-Man series, they
talk about that.
They had an episode.
Yeah,
they had an episode where that was actual damage
control. And then now they've got to work with damage control.
Yeah, because there is
but they went undercover
damage control, and it's the damage control, which is so interesting. There's so many little things that you don't
because you don't ever see that. You just see them fighting off, and then somehow the city gets repaired.
And
now they actually have to see what their consequences are.
Like, who pays for my car?
Like this is what Kevin Smith said.
Do you need Superman-proof insurance?
Like this is what Superman. This is what Kevin Smith said about writing a movie. Well, in specific, him writing Red State. He was writing Red State, and whenever he felt that the plot was going to something that had been done before, he took a complete 180-degree turn. That's what you gotta do, because Sword Art Online, what I'm hearing about it right now, is going for the safe plot. It's going for the typical plot. It's going for, hey, we're gonna go find the kids, we're gonna like see how the kids are interacting, let's see like how they live inside this digital world, which is also very Digimon-esque.
Maybe I need an example, because it's like every time we talk about it, you're just like, nope. Try and
but Digimon was different.
Give me an example. Try and convince me to watch something.
An example to watch something?
Yeah.
Read Damage Control. Damage Control is pretty good.
Why should I watch it?
Because it's an
sounds
original,
boring as hell.
It's an original side of, you know, that's my thing.
There is nothing original.
Yeah, remember how I mentioned on the first podcast, if I'm right, I said I'd rather watch something shitty that's original than something really good that's a remake. Because if you're original, at least that's the first step to creative thinking. And if you sell me an Iron Man 4 that's really good, I'd rather have a film about the man that builds the parts of the Iron Man armor.
Tony Stark?
No, well, yeah, Tony Stark does it himself.
Yeah.
Okay, how about a movie about the Wakanda people that get all the
Black
vibranium?
Panther. Yeah.
Yeah, like that'd be fucking cool because that expands on the universe. We haven't seen this story before on film, and it's original. Why would I have an Iron Man 4 when I can like expand on this universe? That's what I thought Agents of Shield was gonna be, expanding on a universe in original, unique ways. That's why I think Warren Ellis is one of my favorite comic book writers because he takes an original spin on previously established things, like that comic book he did with the Fantastic Four, or in Planetary, where instead of you know how the Fantastic Four were born, cosmic radiation and space, and they come back to Earth and they have superpowers. Well, what he did is, they blew up because when you get cosmic radiation, you fucking die. And it's about them being like, oh shit, we fucked up the ship. We got to think about how we're gonna fix it. How's the government gonna react? Because you're bringing all this like supernatural, super like out of this world element, and bring them to this world and make them believable. And that's what I think of. That's the route this a series like this, like Sword Art Online, should have taken. You If you play it safe, yeah, you're gonna have your followers, you're gonna like it. But if you play it, if you go in the completely opposite direction, you're either gonna be really really dumb and stupid at it, or you're gonna be original and great.
Well,
And
the second season talks more about.
as it should.
Yeah,
Because
it goes back and forth between what's happening in the real world.
And
Okay, so I will take that back then because Volume 2 talks about more about like after the fiasco. I think they talked about it a little bit, like why are people like just trying to catch everybody up? Like why are they still trying to go into virtual reality games or something like that?
yeah, because
would they really?
that's what happened with Digimon 3, the third series of Digimon.
I love
It's
Digimon.
you know how in Digimon 3 it's not about them going to the digital world. It's about the monsters coming to Earth.
I hate
And
it.
how there's
third season.
I'm not a big fan of it.
First two were great. Everything else can fuck off.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it, but I like that route. It's the route of, because if you notice, Digimon 4 went back to basics, went back to, let's take these characters to this digital world.
Yeah, but then it was the people. Then it was the kids became the Digimon.
Yeah, but that's besides the point.
Season 5 is when they decided they were like, okay, we're gonna try and just make it. You go to the digital world, you get a Digimon partner.
Mhm.
Yada yada yada.
And that's not cool, because in Digimon 3 you had like that whole organization of people that would like look around the world if there was like digital openings anywhere where Digimon would come out, and it had like this FBI kind of deal,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is so cool.
It was one of those where it's like I liked how they each got their own Digimon.
Yeah.
Like what's his name
I
created
don't-
his own Digimon.
I
One got it
don't
from the
know.
video game. One got it from the card.
Yeah, and like,
Yeah.
like I'm saying, that's besides the point. What's important here? It's how they took that risk. They took that twist that nobody was expecting, and they took what was not logical, the logical following. Because you had success with Digimon 1 and 2 about kids going to the digital world. You're gonna get success if you do it again. But they were like, you know something, we need to move this plot forward. We need to bring elements that would
you
make
need to change it up a bit.
You need to change it up a bit, and not only a bit did they change it up a whole lot.
Like with Sailor Moon Stars, let's kill everybody.
Yeah, and like not
Yeah.
only that, but there's things that affect there's more than characters. I always said that a good story will get me when I believe the world.
Yeah.
Pacific Rim is not a good movie when it comes to characters.
Another reason why I recommend it is because I kind of want that to happen. I really want virtual MMORPGs. And that's why, like, I had asked about Log Horizon. Log Horizon is another anime that talks about it, but they don't die when they die in the game. They are trapped there. I don't think they ever. I only watched a few episodes of it. I really liked it. But something that was interesting that they did was that food tastes like shit. They're like, it tastes like cardboard. Like when you try to eat it, like you have to eat it just to keep your
I mean, yeah, it's one of those.
stamina up.
It's binary.
And it's one of those things where it's like, so food to them, because they're trapped in the game, that they're like, it tastes like cardboard. But someone finally found a way to make food taste good, and that's how they ended up raising money for a war, which I thought was very interesting. So it was like the way to make food taste good was that you had to get your levels in culinary and cooking and culinary up, and then you could make the food. You have to make it by hand, and then it would taste good.
That's
tastes
interesting.
good.
Like you gotta play with the fact that you're in a video game.
But nobody was doing that, so nobody knew.
Question about Sword Art Online. Is there a hacker? Is there a character that tries to go from the outside world into the video game world?
That'd be interesting. Like, what would a hacker
Because that's
do
interesting. Because this is all connected. This is all a network. I'm pretty sure somebody could hack in and try to get in there. It's that influence from the outside world that could affect the characters. Like, I
Or what
want to
if
see.
someone's wearing the Nerf gear and someone else is hacking right beside
Yeah,
them?
how did it survive for 2 years without being connected, like without eating or anything?
Well,
They
no,
were
no.
in
People would
hospitals.
find
They
them.
were in hospitals.
Yeah,
That's cool. Like, I really want to see that. I want to
Yeah.
see the transportation of these people. I want to see how their families are next to their bedside every weekend, trying to figure out a way
Oh
to
yeah,
bring them out.
that
I
would
want,
show,
yeah,
and it
I
would
want
show
to see
them like
that.
all being like skinny, long hair.
Yeah, like,
just like really.
I want to see. I want to see
Like,
actually.
'cause like I said,
How their
in the volume
vegetative
two-
states.
Yeah,
and
I
stuff
wanna-
like that.
I
in
wanna
volume
see-
two, it shows them like they're all in rehab together, and they're all because they've missed out on 2 years of their life. All the kids are going to the school together.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, and that's the thing.
Didn't
That's
get
the that's
sucked
the
in.
best thing about it. Season 2, Volume 2, could have been great if it was them about returning back to society, fixing their bodies, fixing their health. Let's see some of them, like, they can't even walk anymore because of
Yeah, and
their
then
state.
dealing with the fact that like they've had to
They
fend,
missed 2 years.
They've had to fend for themselves in a like fantasy game, and then now you're back in the real world.
And now have the skills they obtained from this video game on real life. That would have been the smart original take on the show.
I think
But
they
I'm
said
pretty
even-
sure they didn't do it.
I think they said even people committed suicide because they missed the fantasy world. They were so used
See,
to it.
that's so cool. I would love to see an hour of that. Just, oh, this one guy having like severe problems, or this guy
Depression.
having like psychosis because he's trying to open up the menu and he's in real life and he can't anymore. I want to see that.
Yeah.
But they're playing it safe. And my point here is, whoever listens to this and who's like an aspiring creative writer, take that risk. Don't care. Because that one risk might make you famous. That one risk might make you memorable. And I'd rather have a shitty original thing, because I'll remember it, rather than a remake.
What the twist?
There you go.
That's why you're one of the major writers in a
I guess.
secret project.
I
Yeah.
guess I am. I don't know. But sorry for the tangent. I just wanted to get that cleared. Like, I wanna see originality.
Yeah.
So what are we gonna
You
talk
done
about
with your
now?
temper tantrum?
That's not a temper tantrum. If this was a temper tantrum, forget everything I said and do not be inspired.
Anyways, we're starting to run out of time a little bit. So
Live action.
our next topic is
Jesus.
anime to live
Jesus.
action
I think
movies.
Japanese I think Japan is like the only one who's ever been able to do it correctly. Because I've seen Around High School, the TV series. I think that was good.
The
It
what?
was very close to it.
Didn't
I
actually
liked
see
it.
that.
It's good. It is on. I forget, but internet.
Because is there a big
So-
market? Because what are we talking just about anime, like Japanese animation to film?
Yeah.
Okay, because
Or
I was
any-
gonna say, is there a big market in the U.S. of adapting cartoons into films? Because all I've seen is like the Looney Tunes movies and
Yeah, I was
Speed,
about to say,
Speed
I
Racers.
besides like
And
Justice
hero
League
movies.
and besides the whole hero franchise,
because that's
I don't
comic
really
books.
think that's. I don't think there's been an American one besides Avatar.
I
Last-
heard that they were planning one for Death Note.
They
No,
already
there's
there's
live
already a
action
Japanese
already-
live
American-
action.
Yeah, Death
but
Note
American.
L.
There's already a Japanese one.
But for
I've
the
seen
anime,
it.
yeah, I know. Or I mean, for the
Well,
American, I know what you're talking
They've been
about.
threatening.
It's not.
Okay,
They've been
it's-
saying that for about a year and a
it's
half now.
not gonna
even,
happen
like 5 or
anytime soon.
6.
No, they said
We
like
also
the
said that
first
about
production.
The
Oh, okay.
swimming anime free, but that happened, so.
Yeah.
Because they've been threatening us with and I love that I'm referring to it as a threat because it's probably gonna suck. They've been threatening us with a Death Note live action American film. They've been threatening us with a
Done by M. Night Shyamalan.
They've been threatening us
Curse
with a
that
Trigon,
Get him out of
with a
Hollywood.
Trigon live action American movie with a cowboy
Really?
with a Cowboy Bebop
I would love to
American
see a
movie.
Cowboy Bebop.
I wouldn't, and
Why not?
because they're probably gonna fuck it up.
Well,
Unless
I
they
mean,
do
I
it
like to
really
see a
good.
Japanese version.
Okay, I'd like to see a good
No,
movie out of
they
those.
just left it
But-
as the animated.
Yeah, there you go.
I liked
It's
Cowboy
already-
Bebop.
And then
I
the,
loved it. It was.
I
it's
had
already
I had a
classic.
corgi named Ein.
Oh.
the one
That's the
that's the
original.
one that's been on production and off production for like ever. I'm pretty sure at least 10 years. And there's concept art, there's teaser trailers, there's casting calls. People have been casted on this. People have been attached to
For
directives for Akira. The
Oh,
Akira,
yeah.
the Akira American remake that would not make any sense whatsoever.
I didn't think the Japanese one made any sense.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but Akira, it's one of my favorites. I love Akira.
You can love it all you want. I just.
Huh,
Okay.
they made a Paradise Kiss one.
Live action?
Yeah, apparently they did. I'm looking at a list now of like
I need to talk about this. This is important.
They did make an Akira live action one. They made 3 of them.
They made 3 Akiras, but in Japan. Like I'm talking
Two
about
in
American.
Japan, and then they are making one in America.
That's the one that I'm talking about. Like Chris Evans was attached to that, and then he dropped out. Anyway,
Sorry.
I need to talk about this one's really important. There's we've been talking about the adaptation to Japanese film or Japanese manga or anime to Japanese film, and it hasn't happened a lot with American film. The only case I can remember is the Wachowskis' Speed Racer, which was very much like the show. And it looked very good visually, but when you think about it, if your show is kind of shitty, you're gonna get a shitty movie.
Mm-hmm.
All you needed skill / Edge of Tomorrow / Live Die Repeat.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Yes. I loved all you need is kill / Edge of Tomorrow
/ Live Die Repeat.
Yeah, that sucky name that they're putting on the box art now.
Okay, what did anybody of you saw that movie other than Josh and I?
No, but what are you looking at?
Okay, I'm looking at. So I've got a list, and I got some good news for you guys. Attack on Titan's Japanese version is having a live action 2015.
Yeah.
There's a Black Butler one coming out this year.
Mm-hmm.
Bleach is to be determined in America.
And did they
forget Bleach?
Did they put in the one that
Cowboy
Josh and I?
Bebop is to be determined in America.
But like that's been
and then
it's been announced. It's
we got to talk about this. Josh and I mentioned it on the Saturday morning podcast.
Cutie honey.
Actually, this would be the predecessor to the American going Japanese Samurai Jack. It came out before. This is one of those shows that was huge in the United States, had the anime concept, then went to Japan and got 10 big years, out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they've got a 10-year plan. Like, the max that they can use is 10 years from now. So 2024 is the last time that they will have the option to use Samurai Jack. So if they don't make a film between now and then, that's it. That's
Did
it.
you know that there was a live action Dragon Ball?
Yeah. Back in the 80s.
Yeah, 1989. Taiwan.
Oh.
So the magic begins.
It's really
so
stupid.
But
all you need is skill.
Like we were talking about that. Like I want the Powerpuff Girls to show up.
With Edge of Tomorrow, does it even have an anime?
Yes, or not an anime. It has a manga.
Yeah, because I was gonna say like it doesn't even have an anime adaptation. The manga Edge of all you need is kill.
Mm-hmm.
Got directly.
Amazing title.
Yeah. Which had to be changed because of censorship, stupid MPAA.
I know.
Had to.
Because you got Kill Bill 1, 2.
And I'm like, what?
I know, yeah.
So all you need is skill got directly adapted into a American big budgeted movie with Tom Cruise. Who saw that coming? Like, did you?
Oh no.
All you need is Edge of Tomorrow.
Oh. Okay.
It's Groundhog Day with guns. So.
That movie.
It's really good.
Live, die, repeat. Live, die, repeat.
And I remember watching that, and I was like, "Wow, this feels like such a nice sci-fi adventure." Like this.
And
then it's based on a manga, and I couldn't believe that it skipped 3 steps. Like basically, or what I see the blueprints are is like you get your manga, you turn it into an anime. The anime is popular, you make a live-action Japanese movie. That movie's popular, you make an American movie.
Compared to the manga, the movie is shit, but.
The movie's still pretty good.
But as its own movie, it is an amazing movie,
so much fun with
and
that.
it's pretty close to the manga, but it sure.
When I was a kid, so I just called him Ketchup Man. Yeah, because that's what it was on. When I was a kid.
There's a sequel coming out, right?
Or what?
Sequel?
There are 2 live action
December
movies coming out this year. I've already seen the one Japanese live action movie.
Yeah, I remember there's a sequel to Running Kenshin coming out this year.
I don't see anything written for Running Kenshin, another sequel, but this is just movies.
Are they doing Yu Yu Hakusho like they've been talking about for the last 45 years?
Same thing.
You know what I would want it to be? I want it to be their kids.
I want Tenchi Muyo.
Like a Shaman King movie that was also going to be made like after they've been threatening that for 6 years. Because I mean, everything in Hollywood now is either an adaptation or a remake, so expect the most obscure stuff to be adapted.
That's what I want. I want a Yu Yu Hakusho, and I want it to be like their kids or something. I think that'd be cool. Anyway, so if you could pick it, what anime do you think would make a good live action? Or something you would want to see turned into a live action video?
I would like to see George Miller Trigun. You know George Miller? He's the director, creator, writer of all the Mad Max movies, and the new Mad Max movie coming out. He also did Babe, Little Piggy. they also did Happy Feet. I think it'd be great for Trigon to just have that kind of wasteland shoot 'em up post-apocalyptic kind of deal. Even though spoilers, Trigon takes place on another planet. Either that or him just doing Cowboy Bebop.
I have two right now. I'd like either a complete movie totally on the 2 years that the was taking place in Sword Art Online, the first volume. Either story between that where we have tons of room to keep going on with story and stuff, or this new label completed anime that or this anime that just finished up a while back called No Game No Life. That was a really good anime, and I'm kind of sad that it's over. It still had a lot of room to grow. Had a lot more story to tell. Because they haven't finished yet. But those are my two picks for anime to live action.
I'm waiting for the Attack on Titan live action.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I'm waiting for Attack on Titan too.
That looks cool.
It's gonna be so visually interesting.
Yeah. So.
They're gonna have to rate that hard or unrated.
Oh yeah.
Get Godzilla vs Attack on Titan.
I
No.
don't know what I would want to see as a live action one.
Sailor Moon.
Nah. They've done a few, but they're not that great.
Yeah, there's a musical. There's
Wow.
a live action TV series.
Jeez.
And there's also one that somebody did on YouTube. That one actually is pretty good. I like because that was an American adaptation of so that one was pretty good. Other than that, I don't know why, but I'm just thinking of Yu Yu Hakusho. I'm actually trying to look to see if there's like the 5th season announced. So I'm trying to read up on that real quick. I would not want to see live action of Yu Yu Hakusho though, just because like in my heart it's like this that's
It's
my
a
baby.
good-
That's mine. Don't touch it. Don't mess with it.
It's over us. Like I said,
Unless you had a really hot EA.
Tenchi Muyo, Attack on Titan, Full Metal Alchemist. I'd really love to see where they go with that. FMA Brotherhood, whichever one, doesn't matter because both of them are awesome.
I think FMA has a very distinct, not art style, but art design. Mm-hmm. So I would rather see a CGI than
I could
live
see
action.
well, they're definitely gonna, if they did it, they would definitely do CGI for effects and doing all the symbols. But yeah, I mean that's one of those shows that you can actually believe there's a kid trapped in one of those night I guess suits of armor. So I mean, it's not that hard to do. I mean, it's just do it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Wait, what?
FMA Brotherhood, do it to live action.
I love how we're paying attention to each other.
Yes.
This is fantastic.
Sorry. I love you and you're pretty.
Nice try.
Damn it.
That's not gonna win. But if there was pizza involved, then yes. Thank you. I am pretty.
That would be interesting to see an FMA Brotherhood one. I don't know, like just their movies were shit. So
you know what I want to see? I want to see.
I feel like they'd have to write a new movie, like an entirely new script for it.
Yeah.
If they were doing it like afterward, because when the brothers split, they're like one's going east, one's going west, that I could see.
Hey, I haven't finished the series.
Yeah, me saying.
Spoilers.
Yeah, me saying that I want a Cowboy Bebop and a Trigun movie by Mad Max. That doesn't mean I would prefer it for having just a continuation, because I would take a continuation rather than an adaptation any day. Like I'd rather, for all these examples that you've given, I'd rather have like a sequel or a continuation to the story.
Like like Serenity, kind of was.
Basically,
Serenity.
Rather than an adaptation.
Oh God. Don't mention.
Okay.
Don't mention. No.
It's over. It's never coming back.
It's
never coming back.
Death to you.
I've already told you it's gonna come back.
It's never
Firefly.
Firefly is coming back. There's no doubt about it. After this whole space opera stuff, Yeah, they're
Once,
definitely
you know,
bringing it
yeah,
back.
once
when
they're kicking that back, yeah, because now space
Yeah.
is the new
Let's do
thing.
Kickstarter.
it's gonna come back for like a.
Can we get the old actors?
It's gonna come back for a season, and it's gonna be aired. Not in
Oh,
order. Like it's gonna come back for a season,
But we're
aired
bringing
not
Wash
in
back.
order.
Miraculously, they
and
come
it's
back.
gonna
I
rule it.
fucking hated that they killed Wash.
Yeah.
Okay, 'cause
Spoilers.
Here's the thing.
If
like,
nobody saw it in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
This has turned into a Firefly conversation, apparently. So,
I love how we went from
it's never coming back.
Trigun, Cowboy Bebop
If-
movie, space,
If
Firefly.
Netflix doesn't want it, it's not coming back, and Netflix doesn't want it.
Okay.
Netflix said
Netflix can
Netflix-
suck
They
ass.
would. Do you know
They
how
would-
big of a following it has?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
And if they,
They
do
don't
it,
wanna
look,
risk it.
Netflix has had a lot of good original series go out and come back in. Unfortunately, Community came back.
Arrested Development.
Arrested Development came back. House
Orange
of
is the New
Cards,
Black.
which was once on Netflix, now is coming out to mainstream
Whose line
media.
is it anyway? It's coming back.
It came
Um,
It's
back.
already back.
It's already
Orange
there.
is the New Black was supposed to be for a third season, but they canceled it last minute.
Oh,
United
really?
States of Terror.
United States of Terror. So yeah,
Yeah, and here's the thing. There's some other
there's a
shows
lot
that are
of them
coming
that'll
back.
they'll come back.
Futurama.
Futurama came back.
What?
Futurama season.
You can't get rid of us, bitches!
Yeah, Futurama.
Season 11 is coming out.
Netflix said that they might be interested in Futurama, but here's the thing about
Wow.
Futurama.
That would be their biggest
Do you know
seller
how
if they
many times
did.
they've canceled Futurama?
They canceled it more than Family Guy.
No, Family Guy canceled like 6 times.
No.
Like,
There's sometimes like some of these series, they're just like they want to get canceled. Like that's why I love when Futurama got canceled by Fox and then they got picked up by Comedy
Wonder
Central. And they were
Shows
just hating so
Yeah,
much.
Yeah,
with-
like
with
all the
Wonder Shows
Fox
and-
box idiots that got
Yeah.
Well,
killed.
that's always been like the case with Matt Groening's creative team because if you I mean I know you're not big well you are a Simpsons fan. Yeah, but Josh and Sam you're not that into it. So with the Simpsons they always shit on Fox and I was surprised that Futurama never did it until after they got to Comedy Central. But my thing here with Firefly that me saying that it's never coming back it's because Fox doesn't want it. It's because and Fox still has the rights
Fox
to
can go suck a
to
giant
Firefly.
dick.
Does-
Exactly.
Technically, it's still Groening's thing.
You know,
So,
I fucking
I
hate
mean,
Fox
he-
because they you know,
Fox cancels so many TV shows in their
Before
first
it-
season.
And they're,
Yeah.
and
Okay,
they're
like,
fine.
but here's the thing, like everybody complains about Firefly, but the one that I complain about the most is the Playboy Mansion, TV series. It was I think it's called Playboy Mansion. It's a show about the making of the Playboy Empire.
Okay.
And it's really good. It's basically like Mad Men with Playboy. It's a period piece. It's pretty damn good. Guess how many seasons it got?
half of one?
No, got one episode.
One
It
episode.
got one episode. Not a lot of people saw it. Canceled, even though we shot a full season that costed us $15 million.
it's like how
an
hard is it
episode.
to just put it up there?
Put it up on DVD and stuff.
Mhm.
If they don't want it, they're not gonna show it. And here's the thing: if Netflix doesn't want it, if Hulu doesn't want it, if Amazon Prime doesn't want it, no one's gonna watch it. You know why Agents of Shield is still on?
Because everyone wants it.
No,
Because
it's because they have a contract. Because not a lot of people watch Agents of Shield, and
You know,
not a lot of people love Agents of Shield.
and
I
there
was
was
gonna
so
say
many,
that.
especially in the '90s, that they would just delete them.
No, actually,
something
the '90s were filled with great television. The '90s were filled with a lot of random projects. Like today, you wouldn't make The Simpsons. Today, you wouldn't make The X Files. You wouldn't make NYPD Blue. You wouldn't make Cops. You wouldn't make any of those shows. They did because in the '90s there was fucking nothing to watch. All the stuff from the '80s and the '70s had ended, so you had to restart. But what happens with the 2000s, 2010s? We have such a passion for horror news stories, for spreading the fear with Fox News, or spreading the love with CNN, and reality television, that nobody really watches quality fictional content.
Just something I got so pissed off about was that there was this new TV series that I really, really liked, and Fox fucking canceled it.
Which was?
Surviving Jack.
Oh, yes.
I don't know.
I
Really
really wanted to see that.
Surviving Jack it's based off this boy who's trying to survive his father, who the father is the guy from Law and Order.
Chris Maloney, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
From
big
LA
guy, and
yeah,
he's like,
Law
you know,
and
it's
Order.
got his raw humor in it and stuff like that. You know, and it was so funny, but it was like they canceled it after like only 8 episodes.
There's this one called I think it's called From the Other Side, or it's something like Resurrected or something. It's about again, it's a little back on topic or not on topic. Hey, that's funny. Like it's Hugh Jackman's in it. Fuck yeah. It's a little back on topic, but not really, because it's not the original topic we were talking about.
I know.
This is a
Anime.
topic about the originality and the creativity. Because there was this show about, there's always those shows about people coming back from the dead, or people missing, like the 4400, or Resurrected, or all those ones. It's people that come back from the dead and they have to go back to their lives, right?
Yeah.
Well, this one took an original twist to that idea, to the idea of the zombie. What happens is, suddenly people come back from their graves, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we follow one of the people that came out from their grave is this one guy who has a bullet wound on his head, and he was murdered. So he comes back to his family and he's like, "Hey guys, I'm back." Turns out that he wants to find who killed him, and you're like, "Okay, this is an interesting take."
Isn't there a video game like that?
It's sort of murder sole suspect.
Yes, Soul
Yeah,
Suspect.
but that one's kind of boring. What happens with this is that turns out that who killed him was his wife and daughter. They planned to kill him to take his money from his insurance because he was a mean jerk. He was like a domestic abuse kind of guy, if I'm right. So the whole season 1 was going to be about him trying to figure out who killed him, and his wife and daughter trying to hide away from him, and like hide the fact that they murdered him. You have a really, really stereotypical plot, which is the coming back from the dead and going back to your life, and you had that twist. That I would have been hooked on that. Like that would have been amazing. 2 episodes.
He was dead all along.
Yeah, 2 episodes. I'm surprised Twin Peaks made it so far. Because Twin
Never
Peaks,
saw it.
you need to. Twin Peaks is probably the best structure to a show I've ever seen. 1 season and a half, just about solving one murder.
You know movies or animes I can't stand? Giant robots.
Why not?
What?
Evangelion.
I can stand them to a point, but
Yeah.
It better have a really good storyline. Otherwise, I'm just like, I never got into Gundam.
Mechas, into mecha stuff.
I never really got into Gurren Lagann.
There's only
Zoids.
one that I ever liked, and that was AiCBS, Immortal Grand Prix.
Yeah.
And that was the only
I
one.
like Evangelion, and I'm not a fan of Gundam. I'm a fan of the design of the Gundams. That's what I have to say. But there's shitty Voltron, and Gatchaman. I'm a fan of Gatchaman.
Oh yeah, I've heard of it.
Like
Ooh,
Tatsunoko
I
stuff.
just remembered a good,
I like Tatsunoko.
good old anime, Get Backers. Oh, I forgot about that.
Get backers.
It was about like this mercenary group that like if you had something stolen, they get it back for you. And they
Oh,
each had like these little
that's cool.
powers. Yeah.
I would see that.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I liked it.
Yeah, like see, there's still
Really big titties.
Oh, wow.
Okay, then
Well, the 2 main guys, and then they have one girl with them.
then I don't know if I would.
Yeah, then you would
see that.
really want to see it.
Nah, I'm not sure
I don't
anymore.
know,
I'm not
but-
sure anymore. Because here's the thing, like, I might not see a lot of anime, but there's a lot of really good stories that I'm missing out that I haven't seen just because of stuff like that. Like
Get Backers, that was.
what's that term? Ecchi? Is that what?
Yeah. It's ecchi anime.
Ecchi anime. There's a
Yeah.
lot of good plots that happen,
that's-
but they're
and
ecchi, and
I can't get. That's why it's like I love High School of the Dead, but but it's drawn by people that do
Yeah.
hentai. And
I
it's
tried-
one of those where it's like
I tried
I'm like,
watching that.
I try really hard. I really
I
love the
made it through an
storyline.
episode and then it ended on a gratuitous panty shot and I was like,
Yeah,
can't
like,
do
I
it.
tried.
And there was one
I
where it's
tried.
like when
I
they're
didn't-
shooting
I
at the
couldn't.
zombies and the one
And
girl's got the
the-
sword and
and
the
the
boobs go up and down
yeah,
the
boobs.
laser and you're like, I really need this.
I couldn't
Yeah.
watch that. Yeah, I don't like High School of the Dead.
Oh, that's one of my.
All right, yeah.
It's okay.
So
We're
That's-
not judging you. We only judge Sam.
Why?
Because she likes X-Men Evolution and Young Justice.
hey,
Hey!
Excuse you?
jeez.
You're gonna get beat up by all 3 women before you leave this room today.
He's gonna be
You're
dead.
fucking
We're not
dead to
having.
me.
I
We're
like
not
Young
having him on
Justice.
the next episode.
I'm a fan of Young Justice. But,
Okay.
So we're looking for a new host. Somebody with a little bit of
New co-host.
We need some cultural flair.
Sure,
so. Can we get a British guy this time?
yeah, get a British guy that agrees with everything you say, and the show will be the most boring thing ever.
Are you kidding me? Get one British guy and it's like.
Oh, you
It's
got
like
Brie.
everybody
Really popular.
watches, like-
Brie does a good British accent. Well, anyways, yeah. So that's our podcast today. Yeah, Jose just killed himself. Yay! So that's
We
our
don't
podcast
promote
today.
suicide here.
No, we
Oh,
do
yeah,
not.
that's
No,
terrible.
we do not.
Do we?
No.
Do we?
Unless you're in
No.
Sword Art Online.
No.
No, not
No.
even then.
Why not?
Because it's a terrible, terrible tragedy. It fucking happens. Stop
Yeah,
it.
it is.
Anyways,
We'll beat you.
Damn it, Jose.
thank you for joining us in our podcast today. And once again, my name is Josh, and next to me is Eva Long.
Hello. Goodbye.
Next to her is Sam.
Stop it!
And then Jose.
Don't kill yourself, guys.
No, never. and Jay.
To kill yourself
Yes,
over.
thank you.
Please send all your questions to our email, comicbooksociety@gmail.com, or Twitter @AiCBS. See you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.